In honor of Apple's iPhone 5, we are talking about switching costs, Bob. The idea here basically is just companies making it difficult for consumers to change brands, right? If I have an Apple phone and maybe I'm thinking about a Nokia phone, I'm going to be punished.
Exactly right. Now, in the old days, switching costs really were costs. There were things like, gee, if I'm going to swap out my enterprise software solution, I'm going to have to rip it out. I'm going to have to buy something and reinstall it. Maybe I have to get new servers. And so costs really were costs. The way the game has changed, though, now is costs aren't really costs in that sense, or for a lot of these consumer products anyway. But there are profound difficulties in moving across the system. You've got, all of these integration across all of the devices. Your pictures, your photos, your documents are all stored together.
It's time cost, hassle cost.
It's a huge hassle cost, and it's going to become a much bigger hassle cost over time. So, I think the new iPhone features are cool-ish. Not earth-shattering, but that's not really the point anymore. All they have to do is kind of be in the zone of a competitive product in order for them to retain and continue to grow their customer
Well,
base.
Speaking of phones, we heard from the Facebook founder, Mark Zuckerberg, saying yesterday there's not going to be a Facebook phone, and I have to assume it's because he doesn't want to take on a company like Apple.
Well, he doesn't want to take on all of the infrastructure you've got to do. People, I think, have been very kind of naive in saying, oh yeah, Facebook they'll have a phone because people use their phones. The phone is kind of the least of it. The phone is now just a portable device, which is your gateway to the cloud. And in the cloud are all of your applications, all of your personal data, all of your documents, all of your photos, all of your music. And this trend is going to just accelerate from here. So the people who have a cloud-based solution, that would be Google, Microsoft, and Apple, are going to be attaching front ends to that. So that's what your phone has become, is the front end to the cloud.
And of course, this sort of is a shot across the bow to other companies, right?
Sure, it absolutely is. One of the things that is worth pointing out here, though, in terms of switching costs is people don't think about it very much, but there's a huge switching cost to move away from Microsoft if you're an enterprise or an enterprise user. And so Microsoft, I think, still has a real shot at playing in these wars, because if they can put the front end of their cloud out, they've got a real competitive advantage.